In today's video, we're going to be drawing a shamrock, a mandala version of a shamrock. So I'm just starting out with a circle and ellipsis tool. I'm going to make like this oval shape, and then I'll duplicate it so it makes this kind of like long heart shape. That's going to be essentially like our first leaf of the clover. And then I'm just going to duplicate that again a couple of times and rotate that around until I get it to look like a shamrock or a clover. So as you can see here, I can just swing that around. This is more of an intermediate level video lesson, so if you are new to Inkscape, I would say go ahead and check out some of my past videos, or take a look at my course called So Simple SVG Files. So we have the 4 leaves of our shamrock, and I'm just going to duplicate that and then combine them all into one piece. As you can see, I can spin that around. It's all, instead of being 4 pieces, it's now 1 piece. And the next step from here, we're going to make the stem, and we'll do that by using the rectangles tool. So we'll just take the rectangles tool and start forming that into a stem for our shamrock. To get the nodes, which are those little blue squares, I can just double click on them and then I can play around with the nodes. So I can zoom in here and you can see, and I can move that a little bit further up. Once I have the stem the way that I want it, I can just click and drag it over to the shamrock leaves and put that right in the middle at the bottom of that shamrock. I'll change the color of the shamrock to a brighter green just so that we can see the difference between the shamrock and the stem. And then the next step, we're going to start making our mandala shapes. So we're going to use the circle and ellipsis tool for that. You're free to choose whatever shape you like. I've just chosen these like really organic shapes, this circle and this kind of like squiggly zen or like backwards comma looking sign. And I'm just going to use those two over and over again on the clover to make like a whole mandala design out of it. It doesn't matter where you place them. It's really all up to you. You can shrink them, make them larger like you see me doing here as well. I like to use shortcuts whenever I am illustrating and drawing in Inkscape. So I will often duplicate a design or part of a design that I've already made. So you see in this first set, I just duplicated that just using the shortcut Control D. So I selected all the pieces that I wanted, and then I used that shortcut to duplicate that so that I can use the same design on another part of the clover. So you can use this tip as well. Since I'm always using shortcuts, I actually made an ebook with all of the Inkscape shortcuts in it. If you're interested in that, you can download that ebook. There should be a link to where you can find that somewhere here in the description. It's good for Mac and for PC, so check that out. At this point, I'm really just duplicating the original shapes that I made over and over again, and then placing them wherever I want in the mandala. I kind of want like a loose pattern, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I still want it to look, you know, kind of random, but sort of following a pattern, because, you know, mandala does have like a pattern to it. At one point, I decided I was like overdoing it and like adding too much to it. So then you'll see me going back and deleting and taking out some of the things. At this point, I'm pretty happy with the way my mandala has turned out, so I'm just going to make a copy of it by selecting all of the little black designs and duplicating that, and then changing the color to this teal color. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to select all of one color, being the black color, but I didn't realize there's actually something else on my canvas that's black, so I'm going to have to come up with another option. Okay, so my other option that I'm going with is to select all of the black parts of the design and combine them into one path. And then I can select the clover and then the black part of the mandala design and do a path cut operation. So now it looks like I have like a little cookie cutter of the mandala design and the clover. So you can see that light green and that dark green. I'm going to duplicate the stem. I'm going to color one of them a light green color. And then I'm just going to use that cut path operation again to make like a smaller piece of the stem. So it's going to kind of look like the shadow of the stem. So I select the light green part of the stem, the dark green part of the stem. I use the path operation to cut it, and now I've got 3 pieces, and one of them I'm just going to delete. So you can see now I have like that shadow for the stem, and I've got 2 parts of my mandala. Now I'll just delete what I don't need anymore so I can clean it up a little bit. And that is our mandala design. If you like this video, be sure to like it and share it with a friend. See you next time.